What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So we are back for day 2 of the Road to Payout series, and today was a decent day. This is just a series where I go from one account, getting a payout there, and then scaling up to 3, then 5, right? And so today I want the main focus to be about discretion and how to not be a robot when you trade, right? So like a big thing is starting from a set model and then adding like your own analysis and your own context to the model, right? So I took one break even long, which is A plus, took the model to a T, right? And then I took one discretionary short. And this short was a reversal trade. I trade continuations. I don't trade reversals. Why did I take this, right? I took it because market experience and discretion was telling me it's going to play out. And it's not necessarily breaking your rules if you have surrounding context. I just want you guys to understand that. But anyways, let's get into this. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, welcome to the trade recap part. We're just gonna jump straight into it. All right. So on the hourly, we're disrespecting hourly gaps. We're just going right past them. Uh, Before market open, we're trending bullish still. So I wanted to see us take this high. I had this marked out, uh, just because they're equal lows, but obviously didn't go that way. Right now, going into the 1 minute. Right. Not really too much for the first, what is that, first like 10 minutes or so. Just a bunch of chop, and then we actually started to break out for a little bit, and we break out, and then we create these fair value gaps going up, right? So what do we expect them to do? We expect to rebalance, right? So rebalance into this 1 minute fair value gap. Great displacement out of it. Okay, I don't like longing off a high, but this seemed like it was gonna hit. I don't remember how my stops. Yeah, my stop must have been at the wick, whatever. This trade seemed like it was going to hit. Obviously, we're longing off high. You don't really want to do that because you do have the possibility to get retraced on, as we see here, right? This was a break-even trade because there was no internal for me to go break-even at, but we were, what, was a little bit less, like 7 points away from the draw, so I kind of just went break-even. So that was my thought process going to the first one, right? Trending bullish, the hourly draw, liquidity is bullish. Chop here, displacement up, retest, displace past, right? That's what we wanted to see. Obviously, we displaced up and then retraced one more time and then took the draw. Unfortunate, we got break even, is what it is. That's usually the model I trade. Now, the win I took was a bit of a reversal and it was a bit discretionary, right? Because going back to the hourly, after this draw, if we don't continue to displace and take this one, I don't really see a reason for us to go much higher before we had a rebalance, right? So after taking the draw, I wanted to see us rebalance to the 5 minute gap, which was like right here. These 1 minute lows, and then this was the top of the 5 minute gap, right? So the 5 minute gap was something like this. I just wanted to see us rebalance into this, right? So how did I do that? Boom. Took the draw on liquidity, right? I was gonna wait to see if we displace past it or orders get filled and we start to go lower, right? So I'll wait for us to go lower. This candle was confirmation to me that we were going lower. It was like a 17-point candle down. I waited for price to give me a better entry. I think it was right about here. Stops on the high. And target the 1 minute low resistance liquidity and the 5 minute gap to get rebalanced into. And this trade was perfectly, again, not the model that I trade, but discretion, market experience is telling me we need to rebalance, right? We need to rebalance if we need to go anywhere. And we did. So, yeah, that was the thought process, right? Took the draw on liquidity. If we don't displace higher, then we have to go lower, right? It's either we're rebalancing to go higher, or we're just gonna go and inverse all these gaps, which we did end up doing, right? So that was my thought process for this trade. Again, I don't normally trade like this. It just seemed super obvious to me, so I took it, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, was like discretion and market experience. Like, if you start with a model, like you should stick strictly to the rules until you get maybe a payout, maybe two, right? So you stick strictly to a certain risk, certain step. You need to see this, you need to see that, right? And like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, you need to see it happen, right? But after that happens, you'd want to increase your trade frequency, your RR, your win rate, and stuff like that. You need to build discretion and market experience, and just see things, like probability wise, and just see how things play out, right? I've seen this play out a lot of times. I just capitalized on it. I know the market needs to rebalance. I know we're overextended, right? So I take an entry towards it. And it's not necessarily breaking rules if you have context, understand the risk behind it, and are okay with taking that trade, if that makes sense. So I think that's the best way to turn profitable, is starting with a set model and then building your own discretion off that model, so you're able to take better entries, earlier entries, and even entries like these, right? To capitalize on days where you might get break even on, or you might have lost on, right? So that was my whole thing on discretion that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So start with the model, build your discretion off of it, and obviously it won't be like a linear thing where you would just like, oh, all of a sudden you're winning every time. No, like, you're going to lose some trades building discretion, but it's just learning from your mistakes, or learning from losses and wins, and then what did you do good on that win, and why did you lose, and then just learning off of that, and just replicate what you did to win, and don't replicate what you did to lose, right? That's all it is. That's all discretion is. So that being said, the live trade will be right after. Hope you guys have a good one. Any questions? Discord, again, in the description if you guys want to join it. Post daily bias, wins, losses, everything's tracked in there. So hope you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys in day 3. Peace.